Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Michelle Ochoa with Divinely Genuine, here to help bring awareness to the beautiful light that is of the stars and the planets that are the divine clock and the energies that we embody and that are transpiring for our greatest evolution and good. So, on this day, which is Friday, February 26th, it looks like we have that moon, the full moon is starting to, I have this chart for 11:11 in Houston, Texas, and the sun and the moon are almost making that full moon in Virgo. The moon had just entered 0 degrees Virgo. And well, the sun's still at 8. So with the moon in Virgo, it's not full yet, but beginning to build to the full moon, and I think it's exact on Saturday. We also have it opposite Mercury in Pisces. So Mercury and the Sun in Pisces, wanting to surrender and go with the flow and kind of chill out, relax, play some music. Really spiritual, maybe wanting to escape into some, some art or whatever it is. It's just a very mutable water, so it's very relaxed, very chill, very slow, very compassionate, empathetic, sensitive. Our Sun and Mercury there, it's our heart's desire and soul's expression. And our mind and communicating. And opposite the moon in Virgo, who wants to get things done and organize and do the detailed, fine details of life. It's mutable earth, so she wants to really work to serve and to make things better in a very detailed, task-oriented way. It highlights health as well. Moon and Virgo people usually have health or food allergies or are kind of picky with what they eat. So Mercury and the Sun opposing that moon, it can be kind of just restrictive of we don't, part of us wants to chill out and relax, our thoughts are a little slower and sluggish with Mercury there, but our emotional state is kind of unrestful and wants to be busy. We have, let's see, Mars is squaring that moon, so making Mars in Taurus and the moon in Virgo, making a square. So this is causing our ambition and emotions to be kind of at a constriction, at an edge, not smooth. So it's we want to get stuff done, but there's something about it that's not emotionally that easy to obtain, and so it takes a little more patience and things like that. Uranus today is trining. Let's see, is that trine or sextile? Dun, 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 dun. It is a sextile. No, that's not Uranus. Yeah, it is. Why doesn't it show it? Interesting. That must be. Oh, it's Neptune. That's not Neptune. That's Uranus. Uranus is trining the moon, and so that can bring about unexpected emotional upgrades or something happening randomly that's oh wow, that's awesome, I feel so good about this. It's very lightning bolt energy, very electrifying to that moon in Virgo. So that's awesome. Expect the unexpected upgrades, and it can just be kind of aha moments. We have Mars trining over to Mars in Taurus, trining over to Pluto in Capricorn. And so that's awesome. That's pleasant. That's just easygoing, whatever we're taking action towards, that especially having to do with our drive and our passions and things that we hold that are have an intensity to them, or that are can be real intimate to us. There can be an easy transformation in that energy of taking action for something that makes us feel physically well, that we're building, okay? And this is, something that's evolving as each day goes. And, with the nodes in Gemini and all this Sag and the Juno aspect, it's really these like-minded relationships and or this divine union. Like, is it real? Is it just a facade? Is it some subconscious thing? So the heart knows, okay? The soul knows. Keep your heart open. So that's awesome. So whatever you're taking action for that feels physically good, because Taurus wants to feel good, that you're building will be benefited today, will be really easy to achieve. Neptune is trining Pluto as well, so this speaks to that spiritual life and that spiritual transformation. Oh, I'm so sorry. I said Mercury when I first started in Pisces, and I don't know, I wasn't thinking, that's Venus. So Venus opposite the moon. So this would be it would be our heart's expression, the sun, and Venus are relating and are how we're feeling good, opposing the emotions. So it's gonna be a little constrictive, like we're kind of relating spiritually and wanting to chill out and go, but the emotions are like, yeah, but I got to get this done, I got to get this done, I got to work, I got to do these little tasks, and so it's kind of like it's a restrictive element. And Mercury, however, is over here in Aquarius with Jupiter and Saturn between the two, which I was born with this natally, and this can be very much like, not in Aquarius, but it can be very much like the highs of like, oh, yay, I was down and being serious with that Saturn and thinking about this logical shit I gotta build, and now I'm freaking like setting that energy down, and I found my imagination, my, the higher mind of what I want to create, and I'm looking at the positives and being optimistic. So, and it helps kind of balance it out, but it can be a bit extreme with the like sovereign Saturn being so serious on reality, and then the Jupiter of like, yeah, I see all the ideas, with Mercury, the mind, and the communication right in the middle. So with it in Aquarius too, it can be giving a lot of ideas and then problem solving. It's fixed air, so it's really trying to figure out the real deal problems for all of humanity. And so try to breathe and utilize that Pisces energy to take it easy. But these aspects with Jupiter and Mercury are squaring over to Uranus, and so that's Uranus and Taurus. That's it's just like, we want to, Uranus is just so random and unexpected, but it's very like a fresh energy that comes in. It's very new, it's very upgrading, it comes in with the new ideas, it comes in with the out of the box thinking. It rules Aquarius, and so it's kind of a because those planets, Jupiter, where we're wanting to grow and expand in the ways of being the independent for all of humanity, and Mercury, our mind, and then Saturn, what we're building, and all of this, and karmic stuff, squaring over to Uranus and Taurus. I think it has a lot to do with Taurus is the physical element, it's the fixed earth, so it's like we have all these ideas, and we're starting to put together this expansive plan of where we want to take things, and looking at the humanitarian, all the people that are with us, but there's like a restriction, like because the squares are restrictive, there's like an edge to it, it's not, you gotta, something's kind of blocking it, it's restricting it, and but Uranus is like a firecracker, and so I feel like stuff could like really go off out of the blue with that. You just really never know with Uranus. I feel like when it's pleasant, like a trine, like it will just like, it's always random, but it will not be as shocking. I feel like with the square, it's gonna be like, like damn, but that's just what I feel with that. Yeah, so for this day to not so much astro talk it for you guys, but to make it more relatable for this day, Friday, February the 26th, it seems to be the story is, go with what's driving you to feel better, that you can transform, that has really been an intense, intimate thing for what you're building. And it's that drive that makes you feel good, that has some really satisfying pleasure to it. And I think that has a lot also to do with the how all of these things are coming together with the Aquarius energy with what we're building. So take action towards what you're passionate about. Mars trine Pluto, that feels good for what you're building. That's the most pleasant thing that's happening today. And then expect the unexpected, because Mars and Uranus are in Taurus, and Uranus is making that trine to the moon. So that can come and benefit you in really good ways out of nowhere. And then with that Neptune sextile to Pluto, it's almost like a godlike blessing it too. You see the heaven vibe with Uranus, and then the spiritual vibe with Neptune. And so they're both making positive aspects today to the moon, to Pluto, and then Mars is involved with taking action. So I think that's the beautiful part, is we're taking action for something that's transforming, that's very intense and intimate to us, that we're driven for, that makes us feel good for what we're building. And we're emotionally getting some kind of out of the blue, like, wow, fulfillment. With it in Virgo, though, the moon, it's very weird energy. Uranus and Virgo. Well, it's just really, or Taurus and Virgo. It can have to do with, it's just the physical environment, the earth environment, having to do with food and health and physical environment. Health's a big thing right now. That's what's being pushed a lot with the New World and things like that, because, it is part of the healing path, going through all of this crazy food that's approved, that's causing all kind of craziness. But, really where it's at is in the stars and in the truth and in your heart being opened. So that's what I see for this day, is just, be aware with that Uranus energy that anything could happen with it squaring all that. But something pleasant could make us feel good too. And just take action towards what you have discovered that is able to transform with what feels good and what you're building. And, in relationships and love, because that's Venus and the Sun, they're really getting close together here in Pisces, which is the spiritual relationships from our heart, opposing the moon. It's like it's not really feeling good right now, but emotionally something's off, maybe we don't have everyone that we want next to us. But so just focus on what is available, what connections are being made, and go from there. So that's your Friday horoscope. I hope you enjoy that. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple cards. And actually, I feel like pulling from this deck, the Goddess deck. Spirit, I thank you for the opportunity to serve in these ways. Thank you for everyone who will get this message at any point in time, and may it resonate, and may they get what they need from it. Spirit, thank you for the accuracy in the stars. Excuse me. And may we have a blessed Friday. And let's see, I would like to, just a card for the day would be good. I'd like to do, what I want to do is a card for divine unions, divine love, and what else? There's so much going on in this time. I'm going to say, Spirit, what can you tell us about, I'm I'm gonna do 3 cards. What can you tell us about COVID? 1. What can you tell us about COVID? What can you tell us about spiritual awakening? And then what are we looking at with divine unions? Temptation is on the bottom. All right, let's see what it says with COVID. I haven't done any readings like that. Oh, it says bullshit. No, I'm kidding. It has the Power card reversed. I would agree. Is that trying to take our power away? Oh, that's how I would say that. And then Awakening. Ooh, can't make this up. The World card. It is time. The systems to be think they have power, but it's reversed. It's false power. False power and trying to empower the people. But it is a karmic time. It is a fated time of spiritual awakening. And what do we have for love? Or for divine unions? We have the 8 of Wands, ambition, and drive moving forward, but it's reversed. So I see this as either you are in that divine union that's able to communicate inwardly, and you are discovering more drive and more ambition to really do what you got to do inwardly. And I'll read it 2 ways. And then outwardly, it's just there's a block to you guys meeting in the physical, or the passion is not there in the physical. So that's what I have for that. And let's see. I'll give us, we'll do some more. Tarot's fun. We'll do an animal spirit card for this Friday, February 26th. God, thank you for this time in our lives. And what spirit card would you like us to remember this Friday? Thank you. I love tarot when you ask like that and it comes up so perfectly. The hummingbird, miracles. It's important to remember like that, you know, miracles are all around us and happening all the time, and that's where the abundance is. Don't get caught up in the money traps, you know. Open hands, open hands, open hands, open heart, open hands, open heart. And I find myself saying, you know, on good days, thank you, God, that today I'll be amazed by the miracles that come. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shiny wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Aww. Do it, do it, do it, do it. I love it. I love it. And then we'll go ahead and do these Flower of Life cards. Divine Spirit, thank you so much for the hummingbird and for the reading. And if we could have a card for Friday from the Flower of Life deck. All right, let's see what we got. If you guys are interested in tarot, for the full moon tomorrow, I am offering, I'm offering my tarot readings on donation, and you get my free moon sign reading. Okay, we got a sign. Sit quietly and close your eyes. Ask your higher self to show you a sign that represents your highest development for this life. Okay, you ready? We're going to ask our higher self to show a sign that represents your highest development for this life. Well, maybe we should do it like when we're meditating. Whatever comes will be the most perfect sign to breathe life into your highest will at this time. Your sign may be a color, a feeling, or an inkling, a memory, a guide or angel, something abstract, or a symbol. Imagine your sign is gently floating in front of you. Light, energy, and wisdom shine from your sign and saturate every part of you. All is transformed, giving full access to your higher will and courage. Be inspired by this newly found part of you. Allow it to reveal your highest development, your highest path, what makes you happiest. Open your eyes and continue to flow throughout your day. Beautiful, beautiful. What else we got? Let's see. We will do a light keeper's card. All right, spirits. And one more for this lovely Friday. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Some kind of notification came through with High Vibe, if you guys are on there. We've got the crumbling. What are you clinging to? Uh-oh. Whatever you're clinging to is crumbling. If it is a relationship and anything you're trying to manifest, I don't believe that's the way. There's a let go that needs to happen. But if you're holding on too tightly to your job, to a relationship, to anything, whatever it is, it says it's crumbling. What are you clinging to? Let things transform on this Friday with the moon making a trine over to Pluto, or Mars to Pluto. You know, that Mars wants to hold on and cling, and God, Pluto wants to fucking like cling, and it gets so like, you fulfill my heart, I want you forever, and forever, and but it can transform, you know. Don't like cling on to it. Allow the Tower so that it can transform into something more beautiful, especially if it's relationships. You know, it's something throughout our history that's kind of caused things to get off balance, in my opinion, is that, listen, if it's going to last forever, something beautiful like that, which I feel we have the potential to right now in our lives as divine unions are meeting up. Because one, they're divine for this beautiful work, and they're sharing like the same soul, right? And however that looks and goes, you know, if it doesn't, however it looks and goes. But for like the normal relationships we're in, like, let's not like, it has to be forever. It has to be for 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, whatever it is. Like, it's just that, like, open hands, right? The love thing has to be open. It's easier said than done, especially when there's passion involved and intensity and drive. There's that. What are you clinging onto is crumbling. And then we have get grounded. Okay. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. And then we have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. That's right. It's actually really exciting, you know, especially if you have your plan and your mission and you're with the right tribe and everything's, you know, together. This is a little bit like all over the place right now, like, you know, a bit shattered, I guess. And, but that's okay, you know, come up with your plan and have an idea of where you're going and what you're contributing in your own new, unique way for these really like huge world-changing times. And try and, you know, break the chain and break the patterns and heal so we can rewrite these things, especially in relationships. All right, guys, so I love you, and peace and love and individuality and freedom, right? You don't have to do shit. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever makes your heart happy. And because what else? What's the point, you know? And with all this Aquarius energy and the Pisces energy, it can be kind of overwhelming in the mind or depressive. And so I would say to, you know, just get in your body. Just get in your body and just fulfill what you want to do, and don't be afraid to try new things. You won't be, the master of it right away. Maybe you will, but it's life, right? So it's just the moments, and trying to encourage the energy around us, and be gentle on yourself and others as we're all going through discovering our uniqueness and our shadows, and understanding new things, and getting away from old craziness, and help one another and love one another. And yeah, if you're interested in those tarot readings, I'll do them tomorrow, and you can message me, comment, whatever, all the socials, and see you soon.